Thanks for joining me for another update on my journey battling stage 4 pancreatic cancer. As you know from the last video, I'd reduced my supplements, which coincided with a period of severe coughing and chest pains and nearly developing sepsis. Although my routine MRI showed that my cancer was stable and that I'd managed to get rid of that new 2023 inflammation in my pancreas, my January X-ray revealed a concerning lung nodule. In this video, I'll walk you through what happened next since discovering that nodule and what it might be. So what is a lung nodule? It's just a clump of abnormal cells in your lung. You can't see the lungs as well on an MRI scan, so I had to have a CT scan. A different radiologist than my usual one reviewed my CT scan results, identifying 2 nodules, one large 12mm nodule seen on the X-ray and another smaller 6mm one. He noted the larger nodule appeared suspicious for malignancy, which means he thought it was cancer. With these findings, my oncologist recommended a biopsy, surgery to remove, and a new PET scan. I refused the biopsy, the surgery, and the PET scan until we had more information. After my previous biopsies, the cancer had aggressively spread, likely disturbed by invasive procedures. I wasn't convinced a biopsy would change my treatment approach this time. My mind kept going back to potential lung involvement from the start. My July 2022 PET scan had questionable areas on the lungs, and my pancreatic surgeon in June 2022 noted concerning shadows in my lungs. My breathing had been terrible until increasing quercetin and curcumin in July 2022. I worried reducing these supplements recently had weakened my lung defences and allowed cancer to re-establish itself there. But the radiologist had also mentioned ground glass opacity, which was a sign of COVID-19 infection and which could explain it. I had had COVID 3 times despite vaccination. Rather than invasive tests, I wanted to compare scans and get a sense of the trajectory of recent growth first. Bringing in my usual radiologist for a consistent review was also crucial. The oncologist agreed to wait and rescan in 2 months in March and gather more data before deciding next steps. In my March CT scan, my regular radiologist reviewed the images. To recap, the previous radiologist saw 2 nodules measuring 12mm and 6mm, with the larger one suspicious for cancer. However, my radiologist identified 3 areas, 12mm, 10mm, and a new unmeasured spot in the top left apex area. Importantly, he did not consider the appearances confirmatory of malignancy, especially given my COVID history. He also noted seeing all 3 of these areas present on my July 2022 scan, and therefore that they were very slow growing if they were malignant. Based on the scan results, the oncologist determined that a biopsy would be too difficult, surgery was unwarranted due to the nodule's slow growth rate, and a PET scan likely unhelpful. Instead, we'll actively monitor the areas with alternating X-rays and CT scans every 2 months. My May 8th scans were unchanged, so now I'm moving to MRI scans to monitor every 4 months. These lung nodules may or may not be metastases, but I'm operating as if they are. Their emergence after reducing my supplements starkly reminds me how aggressive my cancer is, unrelenting in its ruthless attacks, ready to seize on any weakness. Yet, I've conquered so much already. These nodules don't faze me. Just as I overcame the pancreas inflammation, even though it took 6 long months, I know I can overcome this. My cancer's ruthlessness is matched by my resolute determination. When it finds an opening, I'll outmaneuver it. I will not stop. I will not give up. I will persist and prevail and correct my mistakes and keep winning this war. My body's ability to heal is unlimited. Be sure to leave a comment below. I deeply value the support and encouragement of this community. These are the extracts of my scan reports for the people that like that kind of thing.